Alan, miner cum commodities trader Glencore announced a broadly expected equity raise and dividend cut this morning. The shares responded very positively at first. They gave up a lot of their gains. Now they're back up again, about 6%. The market is having a little trouble processing what's going on. Is Lex having trouble processing what is going on?
I don't think so. I think there had to be some action by Glencore. They were perhaps, Ivan Glasenberg was not perhaps, dealing with some of the shareholder concerns about the high debt levels.
And not only shareholders, right? The credit agencies were starting to get a little restless.
I think so. Well, it depends whom you ask, but Glencore would say no, and but the point is, all eyes were on all commodity companies.
Yes.
And Glencore had to take some action. I think they felt that they had taken insufficient action, and shareholders told them otherwise.
Okay. And so now they've cut a dividend that's $2.3 billion. They're going to raise another $2.5. Is this enough money to protect their credit rating so that the trading business can do what it needs to do to continue generating
Well, the whole
profits?
package is meant to be around $10 billion of savings, half from a possible equity raising of up to $2.5 billion and part from the dividend cut, as you said. And then there will be asset sales, restructurings, working capital releases from some of the inventories they hold in their business.
Yes, we always looked hard at that inventory.
Yes.
They always counted some of their inventory
and they're going to show
cash,
us.
And
yes,
now it's time for them to prove that inventory is actually cash.
So they're going to prove that, and that should be interesting. But if they can do that, $10 billion, Credit Suisse, for instance, is saying that they will be able to get their net debt to EBITDA, which in this case would include those cash-like inventories, from 3 times down to 2.
Is that ratio of debt to profits in this environment for a commodity company, is that low enough, I guess is the question?
I'm not sure it is long term, but it's a move in the right direction. And I think the reaction in the share price today is, say, they went up a lot. They're still up, last we looked, about 5-6%. Is a sign of relief that the company's listening to shareholders, right? So that's a good news.
So
has he left enough of a, go ahead.
My question would be, this stock has been absolutely hammered. It's done even worse than its peer Noble.
Yeah.
What can reverse sentiment on this story at this point? What can turn this stock around?
I think we would really need to see commodity prices have a bounce, and they have been destroyed. And copper prices have fallen 1/5 since May. Oil prices are down, coal prices are down. So everything's doing badly. For Glencore, the 2 key commodities are copper. It's half of their EBITDA from their mining section, and coal. We need to see those bounce. Personally, I think that the share price of Glencore, everyone's a seller. I think it's a little oversold. I'd be wary of being too negative in the short term on Glencore.
Thanks, Alan.